there is the women washroom to the my right, and then the men to the left. Same on the first floor, and I believe on the east wing and the west wings also there are washrooms, and so feel free to use any. And I think there are clear signages around each one of them, so you could access them if need be. And if you need help, please talk to the ushers; they will guide you accordingly. Also, be assured that we have adequate security in the vicinity. Ghana Police plus our internal security are adequately securing the place. So we are in a safe place, nothing to worry about. We do not anticipate any health emergency today, but should there be one, we have a medical facility in the foyer who will attend to us, and we have ambulance on standby and arrangement with the hospitals around to take any such emergencies. So again, we are in a safe place. And should there be fire, like I said, we do not envisage any, but should there be any fire outbreak that requires we get evacuated, all 22 doors will be opened, and the emergency assembly point will be right behind the tent here where the registration is happening. So please take note, and in such an instance, we need to be calm and walk out briskly as possible, but in a calm manner. Distinguished shareholders, voting for this AGM is strictly via digital voting and proxies. And during that period, there is internet connectivity in the room, free internet connectivity in the room. I think the media team will project the QR code. You can actually scan and sign into the internet so you can vote without any hitch. We also, in pursuit of our sustainability aspirations, have very limited copies of the annual report here in the room. I believe you have gotten some copies already. We encourage that only get it when it is absolutely needed. But the QR code again will be on the screen, and I believe around your chairs and at the registration point where you could scan and download the annual report so you can follow the proceedings. And that is our commitment to safeguarding our environment. We plead that you bear with us in that respect. Should you need help with the download of the report, talk to any of the ushers closest to you, and you will be sorted out. You can equally visit the bank's website, www.gcb.com.gh, the investor relations section of the page. It is actually beneath the website, the last page of the website, and you can download from there. You would have also there the full financials for 2025 and an annual sustainability report where you could see what it is we are doing in that space as well. Let me, at this point, recognize some guests amongst us. I'm sure Chairman will introduce the board members, but we have the ESCO members of GCB, all of them beautifully seated in the front rows. They were the gallant men that delivered the results we are about to go through today. I believe they deserve some round of applause. We also have representatives from our regulators, Securities and Exchange Commission. If any rep is here, please show us by hand and we acknowledge you accordingly. Similarly, we expect a Bank of Ghana representative in the room. I did spot Joyce Esiboache from the Stock Exchange, who is representing the Stock Exchange. And we have representatives from the Ministry of Finance, NIT, and most of our partners also here. I do acknowledge PricewaterhouseCoopers, our auditors, also have a representation in the room. I also want to acknowledge at this point our media partners, our TV partners, GTV, Wazo TV, TV3, UTV, are in the room covering this event. The print media, Daily Graphic and BNFT, and the Ghanaian Times as well. Online, we have the Ghana News Agency, and for radio is Joy FM, Peace FM, and CTFM. With the board seated now, permit me to invite a willing shareholder to share a word of prayer for us as we kickstart the day's procession. Any volunteer, please? You may use the microphone closest to you.
Shall we please bow down here for a short prayer? The grass withers and the flower falls, but the word of the Lord endures forever. Today marks the 32nd annual general meeting of GCB Bank PLC. And we ask the Lord that you take absolute control of this meeting to the glory and adoration of your holy name and to the success and prosperity of our dear bank, GCB Bank PLC. Heavenly Father, we ask that you grant the chairman, the board of directors, management, and all of us seated here the spirit of wisdom, the spirit of understanding, the spirit of counsel and innovation, that we will all work together for the success, for the sustainability, for the transparency, for the accountability, and for the profitability of our dear bank. Sovereign Lord, as humans as we are, we can do nothing on our own accord. For without you, nothing can be done. We ask, O Lord, that you do it for the bank and for all of us here, so that all and sundry will see and know and consider and understand that it is the hand of the Lord that has done it. We thank you in the precious name of Jesus Christ, our Lord, Master, and Savior. Shall all of us say amen?
Amen. Thank you, Mr. Ashong, I believe, for that powerful prayer. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my singular honor at this moment to turn to Chairman of the Board, Professor Joshua Alabi, to superintend over proceedings of this meeting. Professor Alabi, over to you, Prof.
Thank you very much, and good morning to all of us. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the 32nd Annual General Meeting of GCB Bank PLC, which I now declare open. The quorum required under Section 74 of the company's constitution has been duly secured. I'll take this opportunity to introduce myself and other directors of the bank present at this meeting. I have with me Mr. Farhan Al-Hassan, the Managing Director of the bank. Mr. Socrates Afram, the Chief Finance Officer. Mr. Abdul Salam Al-Hassan, Executive Director and Investment Banking, whose appointment will be tabled before shareholders for ratification during the proceedings. Dr. Alhaji Yahya Abdul Rahman, Non-Executive Director. Ms. Pamela Siram Ado, Non-Executive Director. Mr. Frederick Emisa, Non-Executive Director. Mr. John Colin Villas, Non-Executive Director. Dr. Nana Ama Ajugu, Independent Non-Executive Director. Mr. Alexander Agambila Awini, Independent Non-Executive Director. Dr. Abdullah Al-Hassan, Independent Non-Executive Director. Dr. Nene Adams Kole Asafete, Independent Non-Executive Director. We also have the Company Secretary, Ms. Ama A. Kusiapo, and our external auditors, Mrs. PricewaterhouseCoopers, PwC, to confirm the auditor's opinion on the account of the bank for the year 2025. I am Professor Joshua Alabi, Board Chairman of your bank. You clap for me. Before proceedings with the formal business of the day, I would like to go to some few preliminary matters that shareholders should take note of. The bank has created an AGM portal, a platform that gives shareholders relevant information on the AGM, which includes the following, among others: notice of the annual general meeting, 2025 annual report, proxy form for shareholders, guidelines on how to vote and comment. We are encouraging shareholders to participate online by logging onto www.gcbbankagm.com and type in your unique token to access the meeting online. Please use the chat box interface to make your submission or comments, if any. Your questions will be sent to the Shareholder Rights Manager, SRM, who will facilitate the messages between shareholders and the board panel. The registrar and the support team are available online to assist shareholders. Shareholders can make use of the chat room features and vote button on the broadcasting to participate in the meeting successfully. There will be an opportunity to ask questions on each resolution or motion, after which the motion will be put to the meeting for voting. All questions and recommendations in respect of the agenda and shareholders' concern can be routed through the chat box at the right bottom of the broadcast stream for the board and management to address them. In the unlikely event that your question is not answered directly, the bank will post the answers on its website. Those physically present can mount the podium and proceed with their questions or comments. The notice of the meeting is on page 4 to 7 of the annual report. We will call upon the company secretary to read out the notice of meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Notice of the 32nd Annual General Meeting. Notice is hereby given that the 32nd Annual General Meeting of Shareholders of GCB Bank PLC will be held in person at the University of Professional Studies, Accra, UPSA Auditorium, and virtually via live streaming via www.gcbbankagm.com. the bank's official social media handles, Facebook and YouTube pages, and GTV on Friday, 17th April 2026 at 11 a.m. to transact the following business. Ordinary business as ordinary resolutions. 1. Annual reports and financial statements. To receive and consider the financial statements of the bank for the year ended 31st December 2025, together with the reports of the directors and auditors thereon. 2. Re-election of directors retiring by rotation. To re-elect following directors retiring by rotations: Professor Joshua Alabi. 2. Dr. Alhaji Yahaya Abdurrahman. And 3. Ms. Pamela Seyram Ado. And the third resolution will be ratification of appointment. To ratify the appointment of Mr. Abdusalam Al-Hassan as an executive director in charge of wholesale and investment banking. 4. Directors' remuneration. To ratify the payment of excess remuneration for directors above budgets as set out in the accounts for the year ended 31st December 2025, and also to approve the remuneration of directors for the financial year for 2026. 5. Remuneration of external auditors. To authorize the Board of Directors of GCB Bank PLC to determine the remuneration of the external auditors PwC for the financial year ending 31st December 2026. 6. A waiver of requisite notice period in respect of dividend declaration. So to waive the 21-day notice period required for the resolution to declare dividend for the year ended 31st December 2025. And the last resolution will be the dividend declaration. So to approve the final dividend payment of 1 cedi per share for the financial year 2025 as recommended by the directors and approved by Bank of Ghana. Note that voting by members on the meeting day shall be done strictly via online. Amended notice dated this 13th day of April 2026 by order of the board, signed Ama Ajiman Kusiapel, Company Secretary. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Ladies and gentlemen, I now have the pleasure to present my report, which can be found on pages 37 to 39 of the annual report. Sometimes they forget that some faces are very tall. Very beautiful people here. That's good for all of us. Dear shareholders, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Board of Directors, management, and on my own behalf, I warmly welcome you to the 32nd Annual General Meeting of GCB Bank PLC. Truly, your bank for life. I also specially welcome you to this beautiful auditorium of the University of Professional Studies, my alma mater. Ladies and gentlemen, at the annual general meeting of our bank a year ago, in my maiden address as chairman, I began with a simple but firm assurance that your bank, our bank, the People's Bank, was in safe hands. I told you that last year. That meeting marked my first attendance as chairman of this great institution. Today, as I stand before you again to account for the bank's performance over the past year, I wish to begin by expressing my sincere appreciation for the confidence, cooperation, and support you have extended to the board and management during the period under review. I'm therefore pleased to reaffirm to all stakeholders that GCB Bank PLC remains in very, very safe hands. Reflecting on the responsibility entrusted to us. A year ago, when you entrusted us with the responsibility of leading this bank, we were fully conscious of the magnitude of the task ahead. We understood clearly that GCB Bank is not just another financial institution. It is a strategic national asset, deeply embedded in Ghana's economic history and central to its financial future. We also recognize that the bank possesses significant untapped potential that, if carefully harnessed, could unlock tremendous value for shareholders, customers, and the broader Ghanaian economy. From the very beginning, my message to management and to the various board committees was clear and consistent. Unlock the immense potential of this bank. Unlock it for our shareholders. Unlock it for our customers. And unlock it for our country. This philosophy has guided the work of the board over the past year and has shaped the medium-term strategic direction of the bank. Having spent the past year examining the institution entrusted to us, I must say that we feel both proud and humbled to lead the affairs of this great bank. Now, positioning GCB for the future. Ladies and gentlemen, over the past year, the board and management have taken deliberate and decisive steps to position GCB as a future-ready bank, one that is aligned with the rapidly evolving expectations of today's banking customers. Working closely with management, we have undertaken a number of important initiatives. We have restructured key departments and operational functions to ensure that they are fully fit for purpose. We have streamlined several internal processes in order to improve efficiency and responsiveness. We have placed technology at the very center of our operations, recognizing that the future of banking will be defined by digital capability and innovation. And importantly, we have made people development and cultural transformation central pillars of our strategy. Objectives, our objectives. To position GCB Bank as the preferred banking partner for business and individuals across Ghana and beyond, our ambition is also clear, very, very clear. We intend to become the undisputed leader in the banking sector. I am confident that the structures you have put in place over the past year will enable us to achieve that objective. It is therefore particularly gratifying that even during this period of transition and restructuring, the bank has delivered strong and impressive results. Dear shareholders, I am pleased to report that GCB Group delivered a resilient and commanding performance in 2025. This performance was achieved in the context of a gradually improving but still challenging economic environment. Through disciplined execution across our core business, the bank maintained strong growth momentum. Allow me to highlight a few key indicators. Operating income increased by 40.9%, reaching 6.3 billion Ghana cedis. Operating profit grew by 67.4%, closing the year at 3.17 billion Ghana cedis. This is unprecedented. You have to clap again. This clap is not enough. Total asset increased by 23%, reaching 52.6 billion Ghana cedis, supported by strong growth in our lending and investment portfolio. Our loan book expanded by 56.8%, reflecting increased support to business and household across the country. Customer deposits also grew significantly, rising by 19.7% to 41.3 billion Ghana cedis. These numbers reflect the continued confidence of our customers and the strength of our franchise. During the year, we also strengthened our risk management framework, improved risk awareness, and enhanced monitoring systems, helped reduce our non-performing loan ratio to 10.3%, bringing us very close to the regulatory benchmark. The bank capital position remains strong and resilient. Our capital adequacy ratio stood at 18%, while our equity to asset ratio was 104%. Liquidity levels also remain very, very robust. We closed the year with 14.5 billion Ghana cedis in cash and cash equivalents, representing 27.5% of total assets, well above regulatory requirements. These indicators demonstrate that GCB Bank remains well capitalized, well managed, and well positioned for future growth. Dear shareholders, beyond financial stability and operational strength, we remain fully committed to delivering superior value to our shareholders. Our performance in 2025 enabled GCB Bank to outperform the industry across several key indicators, including loans, deposits, assets, and asset quality. The bank recorded a return on equity of 39% and a return on asset of 4.3%. Earnings per share reached 7.78. The capital market responded positively to this performance. On the Ghana Stock Exchange, the GCB share price rose significantly from 6.27 cedis in 2024 to 20.11 at the close of 2025. Your bank is in safe hands. This represents a capital gain of over 250% for our shareholders. However, despite this remarkable improvement, the share price still trades below book value. For this reason, one of our key priorities in 2026 will be to strengthen our investor relations strategy to ensure that the bank's strong financial performance is fully reflected in shareholders' value, and we shall work towards that. Ladies and gentlemen, the economic environment. The 2025 financial year unfolded within the context of a globally improving macroeconomic environment in Ghana. GDP growth averaged 6.1% during the first 3 quarters of the year, supported by improved performance in agriculture and service. Fiscal consolidation measures and progress in external debt restructuring also contributed to improving economic stability. Inflation declined significantly, supported by prudent fiscal management, cautious monetary policy, and exchange rate stability. The Ghana cedi also appreciated during the year, supported by improved investor confidence, stronger foreign reserve, and favorable commodity prices. Monetary policy conditions began to ease as well. After several years of tight policy conditions, the policy rate was reduced by 1,000 basis points to 18%, leading to a gradual decline in lending rates and improved credit conditions for businesses and households. Globally, however, the environment remained complex, with continued geopolitical tension and commodity price volatility. I don't want to mention Ukraine and Russia war here. No, it's not. Despite these uncertainties, GCB Bank remained disciplined, resilient, and focused on long-term growth. The Ghanaian banking sector also continued its gradual recovery in 2025. Improved macroeconomic stability and lower interest rates supported credit expansion and improved asset quality. Industry non-performing loans declined to 18.9% compared with 21.8% the previous year. Deposit, credit rate, and total asset all expanded across the sector. Looking ahead, however, the banking industry must adapt to several major global trends, including digital transformation, cybersecurity and operational resilience, data-driven credit and risk models, and sustainable finance. But I am pleased to know that GCB Bank's strategic direction already incorporates these emerging priorities. We think ahead. Corporate social responsibility. Ladies and gentlemen, as a bank with deep national roots, we remain committed to supporting the communities in which we operate. During the 2025 financial year, the bank invested 10.1 million Ghana cedis in corporate social responsibility initiatives. Our CSR activities focus on 5 key areas: education, health, community development, environmental sustainability and economic empowerment, and sports and youth development. Education and community development together accounted for over 3/4 of our CSR expenditure, reflecting our commitment to long-term social development. Now, our strategic focus for 2026. As we look ahead, our strategy remains anchored on 3 core pillars: customer centricity, digital transformation, and people and culture. Our priorities for 2026 will therefore include enhancing customer experience through digital onboarding and improved service delivery, strengthen the GCB brand through branch modernization and greater market visibility, investing in our people through leadership development and future skills training, and diversifying our revenue base by expanding our presence in corporate and business banking while introducing new products and services. Through these initiatives, we aim to build a bank that is more agile, more innovative, and more competitive in the years ahead. Appreciation. Dear shareholders, on behalf of the Board of Directors, I would like to express our sincere appreciation to you, our loyal customers, for their continued trust. Management and staff for their dedication and hard work. In fact, this year we really pushed them. And I must thank you. Clap for the management. They were really, really pushed. But that's how it's supposed to be. So don't be angry at the board. We have to report to the shareholders. So thank you very much, management, for your good work. My fellow board members, for their wise counsel and commitment. Our regulators, for their steady guidance. And most importantly, you, our shareholders, for the confidence you continue to place in this institution, even in the time of difficulty. In fact, clap for the shareholders. In fact, last year was not too good. We had a series of meetings with them, but finally we are there. Dividend. Ladies and gentlemen, last year, the regulatory authorities did not approve our proposed dividend. This was disappointing, not only for you, not only for you, our valued shareholders, but also for us as directors. Your concerns are our concerns, and your satisfaction remains our priority. In response, we took up the challenge and have engaged the Bank of Ghana extensively over the past year. We are pleased that our efforts have yielded positive results. I am delighted to announce that the Bank of Ghana has granted approval for the payment of dividend for the year 2025 financial year. Accordingly, the directors recommend the payment of dividend of 1 cedi per share amounting to 265 million Ghana cedis for the financial year ended 31st December 2025. We also thank the Bank of Ghana for their understanding and support. Clap for them. We have to thank them because you don't know, tomorrow we may go there again. So let them hear that we are clapping for them. Conclusion. As we look ahead to the future, we do so with optimism and confidence. We are fully aware of the challenges that may arise, but we are equally confident in the strength of our strategy, the dedication of our people, and the resilience of this great institution. Together, we will continue to build a bank that delivers sustainable growth, strong returns, and lasting value for all stakeholders. A bank that every Ghanaian can be proud of. Truly, a bank for life. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Okay, I am back. I will now ask the external auditors of the bank, PricewaterhouseCoopers, PwC, to read their report, which can be found on pages 80 to 84 of the annual report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Independent auditors report to members of GCB Bank. Report on the audit of the financial statement. Our opinion. In our opinion, the accompanying financial statement gives a true and fair view of the financial position of GCB Bank and its subsidiary, together the group, as at 31st December 2025, and of its financial performance and cash flows for the bank standing alone and the group for the year ended in accordance with International Financial Reporting Standard issued by the International Accounting Standard Board and adopted by the Institute of Chartered Accountants, Ghana, and in the manner required by the Companies Act 2019 at 992 and the Banks and Specialized Deposit Taking Institution Act 2016 at 390. What we have audited. We have audited the financial statement of GCB PLC and the subsidiaries for the year ended 31st December 2025. The financial statement comprised the separate and consolidated financial statement, financial position as at 31st December 2025, the separate and consolidated statement of profit and loss and other comprehensive income for the year then ended, the separate and consolidated statement of changes in equity for the year then ended, the separate and consolidated statement of cash flows for the year then ended, and the note to the separate and consolidated financial statement comprising a summary of material accounting policy information and other explanatory information. Mr. Chair, the basis of our opinion, we conducted our audit in accordance with international standard on auditing. Our responsibilities under those standards are further described in the auditor's responsibility for the audit of the financial statement section of our report. We believe that the audit evidence we have obtained is sufficient and appropriate to provide a basis for our opinion. Independent. Mr. Chair, the firm PwC and the audit team that has worked on this assignment are independent of the bank and all other related entities in accordance with all applicable regulations. Key audit matter. As a listed entity, Mr. Chair, we are required to include key audit matter in our report. This is usually areas of professional judgment, estimate that the auditing standard sectors and believe the auditor and the auditee would have spent considerable time concluding on. Not surprisingly, we've settled on the significant risk on your books as a bank, which is a credit risk in your loan portfolio as a key significant audit matter. Continuing with our report, Mr. Chair, other information that are associated with the financial statement in the annual report, where our ask was to ensure that there are no inconsistencies noted with all those information to the financial statement we have audited. We do confirm no such inconsistencies were noted. Continuing with the report is a reminder of yourself as directors, your responsibility to the financial statement, and those to us as auditor for the audit of those financial statements. So permit me, Mr. Chair, to go to the last section of our report, which is a report on the other legal and regulatory requirements. The Companies Act 2019 at 992 requires that in carrying out our audit, we consider and report on the following matters. We confirm that 1, we have obtained all the information and explanations which, to the best of our knowledge and belief, were necessary for the purpose of our audit. 2, in our opinion, proper books of account have been kept by the bank so far as appear from our examination of those books. And 3, the group statement of financial positions and the group statement of comprehensive income are in agreement with the books of account. In accordance with Section 85, subsection 2 of the Banks and Specialized Deposit Taking Institution Act 2016 at 930, we hereby confirm that 1, the account gives a true and fair view of the state of the bank and the result of the operations for the period under review. 2, we were able to obtain all the information and explanations required for the efficient performance of our duty as auditor. 3, the bank's transactions were within its powers. And 4, the banks, in all material respects, complied with the provisions of this Act. With respect to the provisions of the Anti-Money Laundering Act 2020 at 1044, the Anti-Terrorism Act 28 at 762, and the regulations made under this enactment, we did not identify any instance of non-compliance based on the procedures we performed. With respect to the provisions of Section 21 of the Corporate Governance Disclosure Directive 2022, issued by the Bank of Ghana, we did not identify any instance of non-compliance regarding the bank's corporate governance practices and the report based on the procedures we performed. The engagement partner on the audit resulting in this independent auditor's report is myself, Destiny Selom Atachiche, and the report was signed on behalf of PricewaterhouseCoopers, dated 27 February 2026. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, PwC, for the good work and valued service to the bank. We now proceed with the agenda on the ordinary business of the day. The 2025 annual report, which includes the accounts and reports of the directors, have been published on the bank's website for the past 21 days. And with your permission, I would like to take them as read. We will now follow the usual procedure where we ask a shareholder to move the proposed motion and another to second. There will be an opportunity to ask questions, after which the motion will be put to the meeting for a vote. I shall be grateful if questions which relates directly to the motion on the floor are asked. Any member who is physically present and wants to ask a question, make a comment, or second a motion should please use the microphone at the podium or use the chat box online to make their submission. Please mention your name clearly before your submission. We have 3 minutes to put each resolution to vote. I hope you are clear. I hope you are clear. I now call on the representative from the Corporate Affairs to explain the voting process to shareholders.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. With your permission, can I proceed? Good morning, valued shareholders. Please lend me your ears on guidance to participate fully in the 32nd Annual General Meeting of GCB Bank PLC virtually. Please log on to https://gcbbankagm.com on your mobile phone or computers. Kindly enter your unique token number to enable you to join the meeting. Then you can send in your questions and vote online. 1. How to join the 32nd AGM virtually. There are 2 simple steps to join the AGM virtually. A. Visit https://gcbbankagm.com. B. Type in the 4-digit unique token number. Steps to second the motion. Comment or ask questions. Click the Chat as Guest button, which is situated on the right bottom side of your screen. Type in your name and/or company in the space provided. Tick the box to accept the terms and conditions. Type and submit your comments and questions. 3. Steps to vote on a resolution. There are two options to enable you to vote in real time. Option 1, voting via the online platform. Locate the vote box on the bottom of your broadcast screen and follow these steps. Enter the unique token number that you used to join the meeting. Click on the box called Cast Your Vote. Cast your vote. Once you have done this, you will see a list of the resolutions to be voted for. Follow the voting process by clicking the plus sign and then select your voting option for or against or abstain. Option 2 involves voting via short code *899*3# via the short code *899*3#. As you dial *899*3# on your mobile phone, enter the unique token number you used to join the meeting. Select your vote option and send. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, the Rep. The first, that is Resolution 1. The first item on the agenda is to receive and adopt the financial statement of the bank for the year ended 31st December 2025, together with the report of the directors and auditors thereof. I hereby propose that the financial statement for the year ended 31st December 2025 and the report of the directors and auditors thereon be received and adopted. Will a shareholder please move the motion?
My name is Samuel Dazi. I'm a shareholder of this reputable company. I'm also an executive member of the Association of Shareholders on the Stock Market. And I thank you once more for giving me this unique opportunity. Per the first item on the agenda, I hereby propose that the consolidated and separate financial statements of GCB Bank PLC for the financial year ended 31st December 2025, together with the report of the directors and auditors' report thereon, laid before this annual general meeting, be and are hereby received, considered, approved, and adopted. Thank you very much, Prof. Chairman.
Thank you. Can a shareholder please second the motion?
My name is Manfred Nkansa, a shareholder and a member of the association. I second the motion.
Thank you very much. Are there any comments before the motion is put to the meeting for voting? Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you for the opportunity once more, Mr. Chairman. The name is Samson Ashong, the General Secretary of the Shareholders Association of Ghana, and also a shareholder of this August GBC, Ghana PLC. Mr. Chairman, let me start off by following in your footsteps. I reckon in your report that you pushed management and the staff to deliver this very wonderful result. So on behalf of the shareholders, I also want to state that we are going to push you and the directors so that you also perform well above what has been declared now, above the 2 billion, because like Oliver Twist, we will always ask for more dividend. Next year, we'll stretch you to 2 cedis plus per dividend. Thank you. Mr. Chairman, there is no gainsaying the fact that you have really performed very well. In fact, so excellently, to be precise. I will not bore members by coming out with the figures because you have already announced them. But all I can say is that the 2 billion is really appreciative. But then that means, Mr. Chairman, that is going to be the benchmark. So you are now going to go above that. And so, great job for you to do. However, there are a few comments that I have to make, especially on the non-performing ratio. You really did well, moving it from 15.1% to 10.3%. But I'll also urge you just to make sure that you bring it down further to 10% and below. Because as we are all aware, the new regulation from the BOG is that for dividends to be paid from 2027 onwards, one will need to have the percentage to be 10% or below before approval can be given for a dividend. And we are so concerned about that. So we'll push you to be able to maintain that, Mr. Chairman. Now let me come to the capital adequacy ratio. You have done well. A level of 18% is fine. But let me also urge the board and management that you need to work further, because considering what is happening, as you have already stated, the geopolitical tension, the interest rate that is decreasing by the BOG is coming down, which will affect your interest income. We need to work hard so we can have a higher percentage of that. So in case there is something, you have buffers to be able to raise it. So I'll urge you to raise it up. Mr. Chairman, on digital innovation, I think that that is the order of the day, and you have performed very well, creditably there. In fact, I'm sure that this also contributed to the good performance that you did. But that notwithstanding, as I've always been saying, the digital innovation comes with cyber security. The crime will go, it will be high. The hackers also have a field day. Just as we are all preparing, the hackers are also preparing. So we need to make sure, and Mr. Chairman, I would like you to ensure all of us here guarded that enough measures have been put in place, very robust, enough to offset, if not mitigate, the effects of hackers. Mr. Chairman, competition is so high. In the banking setup, it's getting keener and keener. And you know your other competitors are coming. EcoBank is there, APSA, and the rest. They are also working seriously. They have seen your results, which means that you have to speed up. You have to make sure that at this stage, you have to maintain your market share, and at the same time, make sure you continue to lead. What will you do there? Let me just suggest a few. What you might do is to maybe come out with new and innovative products that will whet the appetites of customers like me. So, in the final analysis, the bottom line will be improved. Mr. Chairman, I have gone through your evaluation, both the internal and the external evaluation. That is very good. But what I want to say here is that for the external evaluation, I think you engaged the services of, let me see the name. What's the name? Well, there's a name here. And then what I want to say is that you may not need to go all that far because I don't know how much is involved. But what you can also do is that, let me suggest, the Institute of Directors are also there. You can also use them as well as the past, immediate past, or whatever, the past auditors can also be used to do the assessment when it comes to the external aspect of it. Why am I saying this? I am saying this so we can really be able to maybe look at the cost aspect. I don't know how much is involved in it. So let's look at other options that will bring down the cost. Because in the final analysis, the shareholder is looking for an improved bottom line and then a higher dividend. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll come back on part 2.
My name is John Tego, and what I would say is this 2025 performance, like somebody would say, is tour de force performance. That is brilliantly brilliant. And what I want to also emphasize is a good story is not told when there are no competitive analysis. And what I want to do is to pick EcoBank performance. You know, they have been the leader since 2012 when they acquired the Trust Bank. And for 13 solid years, they have been the leaders in the banking sector. So the analysis that I want to do is based on premise on total assets, deposit, loans, profitability, revenue, and shareholders fund. And from all these analysis, you realize that in 2025, GCB has actually actualized what your vision statement, which is to be the leading bank in all markets. You've really actualized it. And I'll prove it with this data. If you pick total assets, for instance, 52.6 against EcoBank, 47.3. You pick deposits, 41.3 against EcoBank, 36.2 billion. Loans, 16 billion against 13.1 EcoBank. Then profit before taxation, 3.1 billion against EcoBank, 3 billion. Then income, 6.3 billion against EcoBank, 4.9 billion. So if you pick the percentage that we outperform EcoBank. If you pick total assets, for instance, we outperformed them by 11.2%. Deposits, we outperformed them by 14%. Loans, we outperformed them by 22%. Profit, we outperformed them by 4.7%. But when we come to shareholders fund, they outperform us by 15.1%. Then let's talk about market share. I've done the market share calculation based on these key components, 6 key components. And the market share, as of last year, EcoBank was 14.3 market share. But this year, EcoBank, we beat EcoBank. Now, Ghana Commercial Bank, 14.4%, and EcoBank, 12.9%. So we are the leaders in the market. Then if you pick the capital appreciation, you said it already, but EcoBank beat us capital appreciation 215.7%. EcoBank was 284%. So this is an area of improvement that we have to look at it. Then, if you look at the profit before taxation, the growth was 67%, which you said. EcoBank was 28%. Then, if you pick total assets, the growth was 23%, and EcoBank was 2.9%. So you can see the gap. Then, if you pick, let me go to the germane banking ratios, and then let's pick cost to income ratio. Cost to income ratio, I mean, this is an area that you have to deal with. We scored 47.2, EcoBank was 35.1. So we need to look at our cost optimization strategy. Then if you come to the capital adequacy ratio, we scored 18.2% as against EcoBank. EcoBank scored 21.48%. So this is another area of, EcoBank scored 35%. 35%. So this is an area that we have to look at. Then if you check the league, we were positioned at 10 out of the 20 banks. So this is an area for improvement. Then the capital adequacy ratio, 18.2, EcoBank was 21.48. So another area of improvement that we have to look at. Then return on equity. Return 39%, EcoBank was 25%. So we did very well in terms of equity. Then return on assets, we did 4.3, EcoBank did 3.8. Non-performing loan ratio, we did 10.3, EcoBank did 17.9%. Then if you come to the net interest margin, we scored 14.4%, EcoBank 14.8. I mean, the difference is negligible. Then loan to assets ratio, we scored 30.47, EcoBank 27.8%. That means that we're giving more loans than to our total assets, if you look at it. Then cost to total deposit, we scored 11.5% against 11.6% by EcoBank. So that is there's no big deal. Then the next issue that I asked this thing last year, the performance of our subsidiaries. And if you read the document, nothing was highlighted. And I think it's important. We're talking about GCB Capital, then G-Mobile, FinTech. Then we have also about 20% shares in Ghana International Bank. Then let's look at the going concern. It is critical. I mean, the wordsmithing of the going concern in the document is brilliant. But I think it's important for us to look at the quantitative aspect indicator by applying the ultimate Z-score, which would either give us maybe a safe zone, a gray zone, or distress zone. And I think it's important for us to be in the safe zone, which is more than 2.99%. That is between 2.6% to 2.99%. So it's critical for us to look at that. Now, when it comes to corporate governance, and page 72 of the document, Purple and Armored Consulting Limited, make some, remarks that we have to seriously deal with. And I just want to highlight a few. Sometimes discussion dwell on operational matters against in-depth strategic priorities and long-term planning. And I think these are, once we are operating in a red ocean industry, it is important that we more or less scale down the operational matters and deal with the strategic issues. Then they also talked about delays in the submission of board papers, which is a constraint to board of directors' ability to prepare tolerary for meetings. Then the last but not the least, they talked about governance framework implementation of standalone conflict of interest policy should be addressed, and the need for a clearer mandate for certain committees should be looked at. Then in terms of human capital, it is important because that is the most essential resource. We were not told as to the staff morale, whether any staff satisfaction survey has been done to let us know the morale of this. But in all, to conclude, I'll say this is a stellar performance by the board, management, and staff, and we doff our hat and we give it 21 gun salute. Thank you very much.
Excuse me, your name?
John Tego.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman, for the opportunity. My name is Stephen Tekpeti. Stephen Tekpeti is my name, a shareholder. Chairman, thank you for the work you've done within the year. You've done well. But my concern is, looking at Ghana Commercial Bank, I believe by this time we should be making 4 billion profits, not 2 billion. Yes. So next year, I'll come and tell you the sins of GCB. Maybe you understand why I'm saying this. But my main concern is about this page 33. On page 33, National Physical Stabilization Levy and Physical Sector Recovery Levy. Last year, I asked the same question, and I've come back today to ask, what type of sickness is said that every year we are recovering and we've never recovered? Even Rwanda that went to civil war, they have recovered. But every year, we are recovering something. What type of sickness is that? And so I want you to, since you are a member of the board and also a shareholder, let us know what type of sickness is affecting this situation that we can recover from it. And look at the years, 5 years, we have been paying this amount. And this is what is affecting the company, and we are not reaching the 4 billion that I'm talking about. And there are a lot. I'll come back part 2 when it is dividend time. Thank you very much.
Prof. Chairman, thank you for the opportunity. My name is Robert Tando, a shareholder and member of the Shareholders Association. Mr. Chairman, you agree with me that those of us who were born in the 40s, we were the first to come into contact with computers. The computers we came across, this whole room can contain only 4 computers, the IBM type. Now we have laptops and the rest, even your phone. Now, at the base of your notice, we stated that voting should be strictly online. The only things which make me go out is go to the ATM or to go to the bank hall. So it's very difficult for me to grasp these modern gadgets and whatnot. But there are a whole lot of people who agree with me. Now, we are about more than 500 in this room. And I bet you, when it comes to voting, you will not get 250 people voting. So instead of stating categorically that everything should be online, can't it be a combination of online and physical, so that some of us also can take part in the voting? Thank you.
Your point very well noted. Those of us born before computer. I'm one.
Mr. Chairman, I want to bring this thing to your notice. My name is Samuel Adolfo Omeri. I'm a shareholder since I purchased these shares, I have not earned any dividend before. So I want to know the reason why it is so.
Question will be answered. Thank you. You sit down.
When did you purchase your shares?
When they started.
Okay, come first.
Thank you very much, Prof. Chairman. I am on my feet again.
1 minute, 1 minute.
Okay, thank you very
I
much.
think after this, then we now move on, so that we will not spend all the time here. We have other resolutions. So after this, we'll move on.
I'll be very short. I'll be very short. Thank you very much. Now, let me also start by congratulating the board for performance in 2025. This year is under your watch, full year by the board for the first time. And the impressive results that are before us today has actually made me to now understand the capability, the potential of Ghana Commercial Bank. It has been a sleeping giant for several years. EcoBank came to Ghana 1990, Commercial Bank 1953. But it's never late than never. It's, what did they even say it? It is better late than never. Thank you very much. I'm impressed with their performance. And I've seen all the indicators. You are now the leader in the industry. The way I see things, there's not going to be any bank that can chase you and then get any of the numbers that you have achieved so far. It is the workers that have really done the job. They are the very people who have done this very job. And I also congratulate them very much. My worry here is that training for the workers during the year reduced significantly. Training reduced significantly. And that, quite apart from that, I'm sure they've been able to discharge, even though they did not receive much training, they've been able to discharge their duties very well. Going forward, you should expose them to a lot of training. Without it, it will be very difficult for them to go ahead. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I see one here, and after you, that is, so you could be brief, okay?
Mr. Chairman, I'm Prince DeGrant Brempon, a shareholder. I want to applaud the board and the Bank of Ghana for declaring dividend for this year. And also, I want to ask that when is the actual date for the payment of the dividend?
Don't worry. You'll get it ASAP. By 30th June, it should be there. Don't worry.
No, so good afternoon. I just want to attempt to answer a few of the questions. I think the first one is from Stephen Tebete, who asked a question around the tax. The stabilization levy is a statutory levy. It has nothing to do with the bank. It's a government of Ghana statutory levy that all banks are charged. So we don't have any control over it. It's a tax, so we have to pay that tax. It's all I want to say in that regard. There have been some very good suggestions around our ability to compete with competition. I have maintained that competition is not who we are looking at. We are looking after our customers. Once we look after our customers very well, the outcomes would be favorable as they have become in 2025. We didn't set out to beat EcoBank or any other bank. What we set out to do was to deliver superior value for our customers, to ensure that we are Ghana's preferred financial institutions. That is what we continue to do. And I believe whilst we do that, the efficiency ratios that you've all spoken about will also get improved. On the shareholder value, EcoBank has been bigger than us all these while. So obviously the shareholder fund would always be bigger. We are catching up. And I can assure you that with the support that we get from the board, management is poised to continue to be the leading bank in this country. The other question that came up was why dividends have not been paid over the years. I think we are all aware, but I just want to clarify that dividends are paid when the bank does very, very well. Over the past couple of years, we know what happened under the DEP. The resultant outcome was that the bank wasn't doing too well. We were below our capital adequacy ratio. BOG had to come in to give some reliefs. So because we're not doing too well, we could not pay dividend, which is why Professor Chairman said that last year when we did well, it was so painful that we could not distribute the earnings adequately for shareholders. I think that's why he's also excited that once we've done very well this year, we are paying dividends. By the grace of God, this will continue for the rest of our existence as GCB Bank. We'll continue to do very well. And when we do very well, we'll continue to distribute the earnings. I think those are the preliminary comments I would want to make, but thank you very much.
Okay. There be no further comments. I declare voting open for shareholders to vote. We have 3 minutes to vote per resolution.
Casting your vote. We have provided 2 options to enable you partake in the voting exercise in real time. Option 1, voting via the online platform. Locate the vote box on the bottom of your broadcast screen and follow these steps. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Click Cast Your Vote. Once you have done this, you will see a list of resolutions to be voted for. Follow the voting process by clicking the plus sign. Then select your voting option. Option 2, voting via short code. *899 *3#. Dial *899 *3# on your phone. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Once you have done this, you can now select your vote option and send. Casting your vote. We have provided 2 options to enable you partake in the voting exercise in real time. Option 1, voting via the online platform. Locate the vote box on the bottom of your broadcast screen and follow these steps. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Click Cast Your Vote. Once you have done this, you will see a list of resolutions to be voted for. Follow the voting process by clicking the plus sign. Then select your voting option. Option 2, voting via short code. *899 *3#. Dial *899 *3# on your phone. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Once you have done this, you can now select your vote option and send. Casting your vote. We have provided 2 options to enable you partake in the voting exercise in real time. Option 1, Voting via the online platform. Locate the vote box on the bottom of your broadcast screen and follow these steps. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Click Cast Your Vote. Once you have done this, you will see a list of resolutions to be voted for. Follow the voting process by clicking the plus sign. Then select your voting option. Option 2. Voting via shortcode. Star.
All right. So, Mr. Chairman, the results are in. We have 99. Okay, we have 348 voting for and 1 voting against for the adoption of the financial statement and directors and auditors report for the year December 31, 2025. Thank you.
I declare the motion carried. Thank you very much. Resolution 2.
Please, can somebody assist?
I think he wants to join. I'm sure he wants to join.
Mr. Chairman, okay, permit me to be in my seat to talk to the whole please. Mr. Chairman, if you could bear me out, or shareholder could bear me out. Last year, after closing, we had a problem even going out from the place because of the souvenir. If you could bear me out, it was a big problem. Mr. Chairman, if it is your will and pleasure that at the moment they should start sharing the souvenirs around here before we go out to stop what we had last year. Last year was very, very bad. If you could bear me out. Sorry, my name is George, the president of the Association of Shareholders on the Stock Market. Thank you very much.
I think it's in order. Yeah. Resolution 2, please, let's.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I've seen the resolution 2 talking about some of you retiring by what? Rotation. But looking at the list, I saw another person, age 6, was born 1960. That is Dr. Abdullahi Al-Hassan, also born in 1960, but he's not. But you were, we were born in 1958, and then the other person 1960, and you are moving on rotation. But what's happened? Is you having a different condition of service? That is, I just want a clarity, because you have stated your everything here in the book for us. And Ghana law is we all retire at the age when you clock 60. Now he's 1960. And since 1960, he should be above 60 years. By now, his name should drop from whatever document or payroll. No, I just want a clarity on that one. That is it. Because if somebody is 1958 and is retiring by rotation, and then somebody 1960 also going by rotation, then what happened to that man also who is 1960? But so explain to me, that's all. And then also the excess remuneration, that one to let it be clear so that we just make it quick and go. Thank you.
So I'd like to take the question on the age of the non-executive director. All right. So what it is that these men have the skill and the capacity, and they are vetted by BOG, so it is not limited in age. So it is not like an executive director position, whereby, or an ESCO member, or a senior management, whereby when you are 60, you go on retirement. But these men, even after retirement, are brought to the bank to help us with their expertise and the capabilities that they have to steer the affairs of the bank, as you can see with this spectacular performance that we did in 2025. I hope my response helps you. Thank you.
Just before you come in, just to clarify, the statutory retirement age is not applicable to those on the boards of institutions. So the 60 years that you spoke about is not applicable to people on the board. It is only applicable to, if you like, management staff. So the reason why they are retiring is in accordance with the corporate governance directives again, that when we come to you, they have to retire, and then we represent them for you to propose for them to go back onto the board based on their performance. So what we are doing is just per the governance procedure. But in terms of their age, the age is not a factor in consideration. And to the point that she made, they have actually gone through the Bank of Ghana vetting process, and the Bank of Ghana has found them fit and proper. They have found them to have the capacity to work in the roles that they are doing presently. But Socrates, who is the Chief Finance Officer, may also want to add a few things to it. But the clarity is that 60 years is not applicable to them, and not just those on GCB board, but across all boards. We are representing them to you for voting, because that is what the law says, that at any point in time, some directors must resign and they represent themselves for voting to be part of the board again. Thank you.
Man, he is not, I'm not talking about 60 years old. He is 65. He's even 66 years. Because he was born in 1960. That is what I'm inferring. I say that is what I'm trying to get the clarity on. Yeah.
The age doesn't matter, even if it's 70 years. Oh, that's what you're saying. Yes, the law says okay. That's what you are saying.
Okay, kudos to you.
Yeah, hello. Hello, Mr. Chairman.
Who is speaking?
I am AJ. I'm from Tema, Meridian. Since we have been voting, I never vote before. And I don't know whether we are voting with this or we are voting with our phone. Some of us, our phones have gone off.
Can sit down.
Yes, sir.
Yes. That is why we normally give all the relevant information before we come. And if we are to go by this, we may not finish this AGM. Yes, we came out about 21 days ago with all the rules and everything. So we'll proceed. Resolution 2. The next on the agenda is to re-elect the following directors retiring by rotation. In compliance with the Section 325B and D of the Companies Act 2019, Act 992, 3 members of the board will retire by rotation but are eligible for re-election. The following 3 non-executive directors are retiring by rotation and being eligible have consented and are offering themselves for re-election. Can we please have the pictures of these directors projected for our shareholders viewing? One is Professor Joshua Alabi. 2 is Dr. Alhaji Yaya Abdurrahman. And 3, Ms. Pamela Serem Adu. The profile can be found on pages 10, 13, and 14 of the annual report. Resolution 2I. At this juncture, I will hand over the chairing of today's proceedings to Chief Finance Officer in the person of Mr. Socrates Afram to propose my re-election as a director. So, Mr. Afram, you are in charge.
Thank you, Chairman. When you have to become the boss of your boss, I don't know how it feels like, but we'll carry on. Dear shareholders, with your permission, I hereby propose for re-election Professor Joshua Alabi, who is retiring by rotation and being eligible and has consented to and is offering himself for re-election to the AGM for consideration. Please, can we have his picture for shareholders to see? Thank you. Professor Alabi's profile can be found on page 10 of the annual report. So those of us with the document, please refer to his profile. Will a shareholder kindly move the motion for Prof's re-election?
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman.
So move out. Move. Well, Mr. Chairman, my name is Jonathan Kwefio, Mexico. Because of your hard work, I move that your position to be re-elected into the board be accepted by all of us. I'm done.
Thank you, Mr. Kwefio. Can a shareholder please second the motion for us?
Mr. Chairman, the name is Charles Boateng. I do so second the motion. Mr. Chairman, having seconded, with your kindest indulgence, I would want to say a big congratulations to the chairman of the board, Professor Joshua Alabi. I'm sure he's much connected to this environment, having taken this institution to where we all find it. Even though he has not been all through the entire journey, those of us alumni who experienced part of his exit know the yeoman's work he did for this particular institution. So having been back here, we feel highly elated. Those of us who are seeing UPS as it is today, this is the great man who had the vision and others came to continue. And I think that it's important, as we find him here, we put this on record. Thank you, Professor Chairman. Professor Chairman, my challenge for GCB Bank, having such a spectacular performance, we met last year and we knew good tidings are yet to come. In Ghana, my cry has been that all the Ghanaian banks have not broken barriers yet. GCB some years ago used to be represented in some other countries. Now the Nigerian banks have taken over, competing with us. But there's no bank in Nigeria or say any other African country from Ghana. And so I want to find out what else is on the table, at least that GCB Bank will break barriers and go to other African countries, if not beginning with Nigeria, say any other one. I thank you.
Thank you, Charles, for supporting the motion. Please, are there any comments, questions regarding Prof's re-election? No, he came to second.
Samuel Adiku, a member of this company. We are being called to re-elect directors who are retiring on rotation. Most of the time, I think people's profile or somebody's qualification doesn't make any contribution to his performance. We want results, not somebody's profile. So a time should come, and now, that people should tell us why they want to remain in office based on their achievement. I'm talking about all people who are standing for re-election. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Comments well noted.
My name is Samuel Dazi. I'm a shareholder of this company. About the re-election is now the turn of Professor Joshua A. Alabi. In other words, right now he's fighting his own battle. I would like to find out from the board if the entire board support the re-election of Professor Joshua Alabi. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Dazi. Yes, I can confirm to you that the entire board is happy to continue to work with Professor Alabi as our chair. And to the question of performance, yes, I take the point of not just the profile, but the results you've seen, I think they are testament to the capacity of the chair, for which reason directors have unanimously supported his re-election. At this point, we'll put the matter to a vote. Voting has started, please.
Casting your vote. We have provided two options to enable you partake in the voting exercise in real time. Option 1, voting via the online platform. Locate the vote box on the bottom of your broadcast screen and follow these steps. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Click Cast Your Vote. Once you have done this, you will see a list of resolutions to be voted for. Follow the voting process by clicking the plus sign. Then select your voting option. Option 2. Voting via shortcode. *899 *3#. Dial *899 *3# on your phone. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Once you have done this, you can now select your vote option and send. Casting your vote. We have provided two options to enable you partake in the voting exercise in real time. Option 1, voting via the online platform. Locate the vote box on the bottom of your broadcast screen and follow these steps. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Click Cast Your Vote. Once you have done this, you will see a list of resolutions to be voted for. Follow the voting process by clicking the plus sign. Then select your voting option. Option 2, voting via shortcode. *899 *3#. Dial *899 *3# on your phone. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Once you have done this, you can now select your vote option and send. Casting your vote. We have provided two options to enable you partake in the voting exercise in real time. Option 1, voting via the online platform. Locate the vote box on the bottom of your broadcast screen and follow these steps. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Click Cast Your Vote. Once you have done this, you will see a list of resolutions to be voted for. Follow the voting process by clicking the plus sign. Then select your voting option. Option 2. Voting via shortcode. *899 *3#. Dial *899 *3# on your phone. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Once
Okay, so the results are in, and I'm happy to announce that 465 shareholders voted for the re-election of Professor Joshua Alabi as a director, and 15 voted against. Thank you.
So at this point, I declare the motion carried. Prof, kindly resume your seat as the chair of the board and also the chair of this AGM. Thank you and
Congratulations, Professor Chairman.
Thank you very much. Some time ago in election in Ghana, there was a village where the chief went around to search for those who voted against his party. But the chief couldn't find them. I must thank all of you for the confidence. Over 90% is overwhelming. And it gives me more confidence to really continue with the work we are doing. So for now, I've collected my chairmanship. I am in the chair. So we go to resolution 2.2. I propose for the re-election of Dr. Alhaji Yahya Abdul Rahman, who is retiring by rotation and being eligible, has also consented and offering himself for re-election. Can we please have the picture of director projected for our shareholders viewing? His profile can be found on page 13 of the annual report. Can a shareholder please move the motion for the re-election of the director?
Prof. Chairman, my name is James Ter, a shareholder. I hereby move to re-elect Dr. Alhaji Yahya Abdul Rahman as a director. Thank you.
Thank you. Can a shareholder please second the motion?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Joseph Visenche. I also second the motion. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Are there any comments before the motion is put to the meeting for voting?
I still want to ask. The doctor is retiring by rotation. Does the entire board support him? Thank you.
Yes. We support him, including myself. There be no further comments. I declare voting open for shareholders to vote. We have 3 minutes to vote.
Casting your vote. We have provided 2 options to enable you partake in the voting exercise in real time. Option 1. Voting via the online platform. Locate the vote box on the bottom of your broadcast screen and follow these steps. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Click Cast Your Vote. Once you have done this, you will see a list of resolutions to be voted for. Follow the voting process by clicking the plus sign. Then select your voting option. Option 2. Voting via shortcode. *899 *3#. Dial *899 *3# on your phone. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Once you have done this, you can now select your vote option and send. Casting your vote. We have provided 2 options to enable you partake in the voting exercise in real time. Option 1. Voting via the online platform. Locate the vote box on the bottom of your broadcast screen and follow these steps. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Click Cast Your Vote. Once you have done this, you will see a list of resolutions to be voted for. Follow the voting process by clicking the plus sign. Then select your voting option. Option 2. Voting via shortcode. *899 *3#. Dial *899 *3# on your phone. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Once you have done this, you can now select your vote option and send. Casting your vote. We have provided 2 options to enable you partake in the voting exercise in real time. Option 1. Voting via the online platform. Locate the vote box on the bottom of your broadcast screen and follow these steps. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Click Cast Your Vote. Once you have done this, you will see a list of resolutions to be voted for. Follow the voting process by clicking the plus sign. Then select your voting option. Option 2. Voting via shortcode. *899 *3#. Dial
The results are in. And I'm pleased to say that 433 shareholders voted for, whilst 36 voted against the re-election of Dr. Al-Hassan Yahya Abdul Rahman as the Director of GCB Bank PLC. Congratulations, Doc.
I declare the motion carried. Resolution 2-3. I propose for re-election Ms. Pamela Seram Adu, who is retiring by rotation and being eligible and has consented and is the director projected for our shareholders viewing. Her profile can be found on page 14 of the annual report. And I must say that the full board support her approval. In fact, We have 2 ladies on our board, and I tell you, they are more than 10 men. Very, very meticulous ladies, and I'm very, very proud of them, including the lady under consideration. We fully support her. Is that your question?
No, it's not my question.
I come to, oh, sorry.
This young lady, Mr. Chairman,
Yeah.
is a wonderful young lady I've met sometimes in the years ago. And today, by the power of the Holy Spirit, I'm saying that there's no objection in his appointment into the board. I therefore move this young lady, a generational lady, be accepted into the board.
I, Tim Tonuna of Dagon Kingdom, I second the motion, and women all the way.
So we'll move on to the
Mr. Just permit me. In fact, looking at Pamela Seyram Ado, very young among her fathers, working. And so when you were telling us that age doesn't matter, some of us, you took us back to class 1. So maybe you being the prof, almighty prof, you need to school us on how retirement by rotation means so that we can understand it perfectly. So that when we meet here again and you are proposing any other caliber of personnel, we will not waste our time on it. Because Sariram is very beautiful and she's young. Yes. So I just want to encourage the board that let us encourage the young ones also to understudy us. So that when we leave, just like Professor Mills did, and your own Mahama is also doing, let's give the young ones also a chance so that they can also live up to expectation. Not that you phase out before you start bringing them in. Thank you very much.
Okay. All right, so maybe I have to explain further, but it's a statutory obligation, and then Section 325 AMD of the Companies Act requires that every year 1/3 of the directors are required to step down and be re-elected. So that is why this year 1/3 of the directors, we brought them up for retiring and also being re-elected, and that is the process. So it is a statutory obligation for which we are trying to be compliant with. That is the reason. So you can check the Companies Act and you see it there. Thank you.
I think that she has explained herself, but there's something we just have to clarify, because it's real to me. I don't believe in only young men running affairs of an institution. I believe in the blend, where the older ones can also offer their experience and wisdom, and the young ones with creativity, energy, and everything lead it. It's the same way that our gentleman who has been talking is an old man, but he's not allowing the young men to talk. So ladies and gentlemen, let's put this to rest, and let's not be anti-age this thing. I'm not an advocate of that. I'm an advocate of a blend of experience, and we move on. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, this is a simple thing. I would like you or the board to change the name Miss to Madam. It should be Madam instead of Miss. She's of age. Thank you.
Thank you.
So that's it, okay. Are there no comments before the motion is put to vote? I think we've done that. So now we start the vote.
Mr. Chairman, I want to clarify something very simply about this gender matter. People should not be evaluated based on their gender, creed, or patronage. The watchword is merit, not patronage. The score of ability and skill. When you introduce gender into the equation, the conversation to mediocrity. It takes all sorts to make a world. People are human beings. You cannot reduce their actions to any scientific law. Better a queen to be lauded than one to be pitied. Gender is not destiny.
Thank you very much. There be no further comments. I declare voting open for shareholders to vote. We have 3 minutes to vote.
Casting your vote. We have provided 2 options to enable you partake in the voting exercise in real time. Option 1, voting via the online platform. Locate the vote box on the bottom of your broadcast screen and follow these steps. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Click Cast Your Vote. Once you have done this, you will see a list of resolutions to be voted for. Follow the voting process by clicking the plus sign. Then select your voting option. Option 2. Voting via shortcode. *899 *3#. Dial *899 *3# on your phone. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Once you have done this, you can now select your vote option and send. Casting your vote. We have provided 2 options to enable you partake in the voting exercise in real time. Option 1, voting via the online platform. Locate the vote box on the bottom of your broadcast screen and follow these steps. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Click Cast Your Vote. Once you have done this, you will see a list of resolutions to be voted for. Follow the voting process by clicking the plus sign. Then select your voting option. Option 2, voting via shortcode. *899 *3#. Dial *899 *3# on your phone. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Once you have done this, you can now select your vote option and send. Casting your vote. We have provided 2 options to enable you partake in the voting exercise in real time. Option 1, voting via the online platform. Locate the vote box on the bottom of your broadcast screen and follow these steps. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Click Cast Your Vote. Once you have done this, you will see a list of resolutions to be voted for. Follow the voting process by clicking the plus sign. Then select your voting option. Option 2, voting via shortcode. *899 *3#. Dial *899 *3# on your phone. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Once you have done this, you can now select your vote option and send.
All right, so the results are in for the re-election of Madam Pamela Seyram Addo. as the director of GCB Bank PLC. And the results are as follows. 518 shareholders voted in favor of her re-election, while 7 voted against. Congratulations, my madam.
Thank you very much. Like I said, the chief will search for the 7 people. Resolution 3. The next on the agenda is to ratify the appointment of Mr. Abdul Salam Al-Hassan as an executive director in charge of wholesale and investment banking. Have the picture of the director projected for our shareholders' viewing. His profile can be found on page 12 of the annual report. Okay. Resolution 3. I propose the ratification of the appointment of Mr. Abdul Salam Al-Hassan as an executive director in charge of wholesale and investment banking. Will a shareholder please move the motion for ratification of the appointment of the director?
Thank you very much, Prof. Chairman. My name is Samuel Daze. I hereby propose for the ratification of the appointment of Mr. Abdusalam Al-Hassan as an executive director in charge of wholesale and investment banking of this company. Thank you.
An ex-banker of Commercial Bank. I second the motion.
Thank you, madam. Are there any comments before the motion is put to the meeting for voting? No comments, okay. There being no further comment, I declare voting open for shareholders to vote. As usual, we have 3 minutes to vote. And we all support it.
Casting your vote. We have provided 2 options to enable you partake in the voting exercise in real time. Option 1. Voting via the online platform. Locate the vote box on the bottom of your broadcast screen and follow these steps. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Click Cast Your Vote. Once you have done this, you will see a list of resolutions to be voted for. Follow the voting process by clicking the plus sign. Then select your voting option. Option 2. Voting via shortcode. *899 *3#. Dial *899 *3# on your phone. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Once you have done this, you can now select your vote option and send. Casting your vote. We have provided 2 options to enable you partake in the voting exercise in real time. Option 1. Voting via the online platform. Locate the vote box on the bottom of your broadcast screen and follow these steps. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Click Cast Your Vote. Once you have done this, you will see a list of resolutions to be voted for. Follow the voting process by clicking the plus sign. Then select your voting option. Option 2. Voting via shortcode. *899 *3#. Dial *899 *3# on your phone. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Once you have done this, you can now select your vote option and send. Casting your vote. We have provided two options to enable you partake in the voting exercise in real time. Option 1. Voting via the online platform. Locate the vote box on the bottom of your broadcast screen and follow these steps. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Click Cast Your Vote. Once you have done this, you will see a list of resolutions to be voted for. Follow the voting process by clicking the plus sign. Then select your voting option. Option 2. Voting via shortcode. *899.
So, Mr. Chairman, we have the results for the ratification of the appointment of Mr. Abdul Salam Al-Hassan as an Executive Director of GCB Bank PLC. 454 voted for, while 16 voted against. Thank you.
I declare the motion carried. Resolution 4. 4A. To ratify the payment of excess directors' remuneration above budget as set out in the account for the year ended 31st December 2025. The fees paid to the non-executive directors during the 2025 financial year exceeded the budget of 3.85 million by 17.5% due to emergency and additional boards, committees, and other committee meetings held. Thus, the approval of shareholders is required to ratify the amount paid above the budget. Before we proceed on this, I'll call upon the CFO to explain why we arrived at this, before shareholders can now come out with their contributions and voting.
Thank you, Chairman. Dear shareholders, I've gotten a number of calls from some of you expressing concern about this particular item. And rightly so, we have to operate within the budget as has been approved by the AGM. But three main reasons accounted for this excess, for which reason we are coming to you for ratification. Please, those of you with the annual report, if you refer to page 73. So the 2025 was the first term of this board. And as a new board, shareholders, you agree with me that apart from myself, every other director was new in 2025. When you get a new set of directors, it takes a bit of time for them to understand the enterprise and then craft the way forward for the enterprise. As a result of that, we also told you about the strategy that we've developed for 2025 to 2028. What that meant was that we had a lot more meetings than one would have thought. And so on page 73 of the annual report, you see that we had 10 board meetings. I'm sure if you compare us to most other enterprises for which you go for their AGMs, you will see 10 board meetings. That is the first point. The second point is that we had 2 and a third additional committee come on board. So on page 73, you see that we have strategy committee, which was non-existent in 2024, and then we have sustainability committee. Now, sustainability for every institution is an integral part. If you want to be taken serious, if you want to do business on a sustainable basis. So we had to set up that committee. On top of that, we had an ad hoc committee to work on some of the loans I've spoken to you about in the past that have gone bad, to find a solution to those challenged loans. And so all these committees, the 3, in relation to the increased board meetings, and lastly, the volume of business. If you check, the credit committee met 8 times. And so if you recall what Mr. Tego said, that GCB is leading the industry by the volume of loans. In doing these loans, we needed the support of the credit committee. So they met 8 times in the course of the year. In fact, there were some approvals granted us that they didn't have to meet, for which reason we didn't pay. And so if they had met and we had paid for those sittings, the figure could have been a lot higher. And being who we are, we always deal with you transparently. We are not an enterprise that will hide anything, for which reason this is being disclosed and asking for your support. So these are the 3 main reasons that accounted for this change from the budget. When we get to the second item, I'll give a lot more background as to why there's a need for change. So we call on your support to ratify this so that we fulfill righteousness when it comes to governance. Thank you, Chair.
Chair, I just wanted to also add that the amount involved here is 674,000 Ghana cedis. I mean, it's not significant in the context of who we are. This is a business that has generated revenues of 6 billion last year. And to the point the CFO made, as management, there are times when you see what I call opportunistic transactions that you think that you can quickly lock in and make money for shareholders. To exceed your budget by 600,000 and raking revenues in far excess of your budget of 4 billion, for me, made potential sense for us to execute on those kinds of transactions. So basically, it's again to appeal to you that the value we derive from this excess payment far outweighs the cost of it. So it's a value return thing that we need to look at. The amount involved isn't significant in the context of the monies that we make. But to CFO's point again, we have pledged to deal transparently with you. So that is why we are bringing it. Even if it was 1 cedi, we'll still bring it to you to ratify as the laws demand. On that basis, I would also add my voice that these excesses were to unlock business opportunities which allowed us to be the dominant bank in 2025. And for that matter, we should look at the value that it brought in and pass the resolution. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Will a shareholder please move the motion?
Mr. Chairman, this is something I just want further before I made a move. The normal board meeting, only 3 of you were always present. 3 of you. You had 10 meetings. And then what you are talking about, the strategy and then the sustainability, that are new. That had led to the budget overrun. That is, you needed, there was an excess. This thing, at least, if we continue to encourage these things, the next time we will come here, you see, we have chalked so much money
because we have spent this money. A bank needs to go, even the current government is talking about budget. Papa too is always talking about budget. I won't go outside the budget. But you are also doing this thing with the bank. So please, Mr. Chairman, NLA in fact, you are not giving it to us for 5 years, no dividend. But this time that you are going to give us dividend, look at what you are doing. So please, I want to plead with you. You have your they say 2 meetings. The strategy, you want only 2 meetings. Few of you attended out of the lot. And then you look at the sustainability. 4 meetings. Only 5 of you attended out of the lot. So what happened? And then when you look at attendance, and then you are telling us that you have gone above the budget. Please, Mr. Chairman, let's do the best to help her. Nobody may go on. Do the needful for us. Thank you. On this note, I second the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is James Tay.
Amit, your name?
James Tay, Mr. Chairman. My name is James Tay.
But just to add, it's because of these extra meetings, we have worked so hard and we are collecting dividend today. You just have to clap for us. Exactly. Just the 700,000 difference. That's why we are collecting dividend of 1 cedi per share today. So you push them to work, then you are also entitled to a dividend. Well, you spoke in Ghana. Ofanewa, kefie ka push me na be differently. Be me tuni na me tuni sani akwa be dan ne ho amanya akwa yin. Ka anya akwa me anya akwa yin. Ni uko shika e hambukwa ka tuni e hale. No ofe too mean on him. Only results any baba. And I've always told people that for me, I believe in reward, and reward gives us the results. When you are mean on your people, they'll give you what you want. But when you help them, then you also get your results. So let's be very careful the way we go about it. You squeeze them to the corner and you get the answers for that. And you also encourage them to work and then you get the answers that you want. We have said here that we will not go below what we have done for this year. How are we going to achieve that if we behave this way towards the board and management? So let's be careful the way we go about it. That is my plea to the shareholders. Good results, good work, you push them, you give them what they need. Thank you. Move on.
Thank you, Prof. Chairman. My name is James Tay, a shareholder. I hereby move to ratify the excess spending. Thank you.
You say he's seconded. Are you seconded because he moved? Yeah. Okay.
I second the motion.
Okay. There be no further comments. I declare voting open for shareholders to vote. We have 3 minutes to vote on this.
Casting your vote. We have provided 2 options to enable you partake in the voting exercise in real time. Option 1, voting via the online platform. Locate the vote box on the bottom of your broadcast screen and follow these steps. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Click Cast Your Vote. Once you have done this, you will see a list of resolutions to be voted for. Follow the voting process by clicking the plus sign. Then select your voting option. Option 2, voting via shortcode. star 899 star 3 hash. Dial star 899 star 3 hash on your phone. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Once you have done this, you can now select your vote option and send. Casting your vote. We have provided two options to enable you partake in the voting exercise in real time. Option 1. Voting via the online platform. Locate the vote box on the bottom of your broadcast screen and follow these steps. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Click Cast Your Vote. Once you have done this, you will see a list of resolutions to be voted for. Follow the voting process by clicking the plus sign. Then select your voting option. Option 2. Voting via shortcode. Star 899 star 3 hash. Dial star 899 star 3 hash on your phone. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Once you have done this, you can now select your vote option and send. Casting your vote. We have provided two options to enable you partake in the voting exercise in real time. Option 1. Voting via the online platform. Locate the vote box on the bottom of your broadcast screen and follow these steps. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Click Cast Your Vote. Once you have done this, you will see a list of resolutions to be voted for. Follow the voting process by clicking the plus sign. Then select your voting option. Option 2. Voting via...
All right, Mr. Chairman, I'm happy to announce that 335 shareholders ratified the direct excess of the directors' fees of 17.5% above a budget of 3.85 million for the year ended 31st December 2025, and 53 voted against. Thank you.
I declare the motion carried. Thank you very much. God bless you. 4B, and that is to approve the remuneration of directors for the financial year 2026. Section 101 of the Bank Constitution provides that fees payable to directors shall not be increased unless authorized by an ordinary resolution passed at a general meeting where notice of the proposed increase has been given in the notice convening the meeting. Section 1852 of the Companies Act 2019, Act 922, states that the fees payable to the directors as directors shall be determined from time to time by ordinary resolution of the company and not in any other way. As shareholders are aware, the current budget allocated for directors' remuneration is 3,850,000, that is 3.850 million. This figure was approved by shareholders as far back as 2018 and has since not been revised. Thus today, we will bring before shareholders a proposal to increase the budget allocated for directors' remuneration to 12 million for the financial year 2026. We will call on the Chief Finance Officer to provide shareholders with the basis and consideration that informed the present proposal for an increase in directors' remuneration. Having heard the justification provided, shareholders are by this resolution requested to approve an increase in the budget allocation for directors' nomination to 12 million for the financial year 2026. Before then, we will call the Chief Finance Officer before we move for the motion.
Thank you, Chairman. And dear shareholders, once again, I want to take this opportunity to explain to you why we are tabling an increase in the director's fees. Chairman did indicate that the last increase was in 2018. For a number of reasons, we've not been able to seek an increase, most of which you are aware, so I won't bore you. So what we've done, and I've said it before, that GCB, we are the parent, the son, the daughter, everybody is at the high street. We are competing with banks that have parents, either in South Africa, the UK, or elsewhere. And so in terms of the kind of support that these banks competing with us in our own country, they get, GCB has none of those. And so it is left with the management and the board to ensure that the right structure, the right policies, the right strategy and decisions are in place and being executed to churn out the kind of results that we all are witnesses to. What that means is that we tend to interact a lot more with our board than other institutions do. And because of that, you are likely to see increased number of board meetings, increased number of committee meetings. One key point I want to draw attention to is the fact that when you take the GCB sitting allowance relative to our main competitor, because I'm not in the business of promoting anybody's name, I don't mention it, but I guess shareholders here do know which competitor I'm referring to. The sitting allowance we pay our directors is not up to 50% of what that competitor pays is directors for sitting. And here is the case: you are looking for the best talent, you are looking for professionals, that most of them in their private capacities, you consult them for an hour, you are paying in excess of $1,000. And you need these directors to come sit sometimes 8 hours. Sometimes we have meetings running into 11 p.m. We think it's only fair and reasonable that we come and ask for an enhanced budget. That is not to suggest that we are going to exhaust 12 million, no way. But then what that will afford us to do is that these excesses that happened, one in 2023, it has happened again in 2025. We don't want to keep coming back to the AGM, pleading and asking for support for excesses. One, the rates we pay, they are not market rates. Let's not forget that. And if we have to encourage and motivate the director to support us at short notices, late into the night, I think it's only fair that shareholders, you support us to approve this budget. Like I said, it is not to suggest we are spending 12 million, but we will not come back with excesses. It gives us the leverage to operate within a reasonable amount. So on this note, as I've always done, I'll call on shareholders to lend your support to this. We'll remain fully accountable, just as even a 675,000 increase, we declared it came to you for everybody to be on the same page. So this is the reason behind the proposed figure. And on that note, I call on your support for us to take it through. Thank you, Chair, and thank you, shareholders.
So I want to add that the business, as you can see today, is forward-looking. It is much stronger than it has ever been, with very strong capital buffers. We are determined to cement our position in this country. And so we need everyone on board. Like the CFO rightly indicated, bringing everyone on board requires that we are paying for the right skills, we are paying for the right capacity. And from where we sit, I had a challenge from the shareholders that the 3.2 billion they saw in 2025, for them is a starting point. I can assure you that as management, we accept that challenge as the starting point going into subsequent years. But what that will require us to ensure that we are bringing everyone on board, especially with the same corporate governance directives that we have within our organization, where the board's interaction with management is key to unlocking a lot of these opportunities. We sometimes actually sit for meetings till 11 p.m. Just to make sure that we are thoroughly reviewing applications and taking the right decisions that inure to the benefit of this organization. So on the basis of that, again, I would plead that we please look at the value these unlock and just not look at the cost that they bring onto the organization. If these values would unlock opportunities for us to deliver 4 billion next year, why not? It's just an amount that we need to unlock opportunities for us. The other point I was going to make is just around the fact that the board has been immensely supportive of where we have gotten to this year. I can confirm that as the managing director, having worked in other multinationals, I can confirm that this board has been extremely supportive, and we need that support to carry on to deliver superior shareholder value for yourselves. It is on the basis of that that I would implore that we please uphold this motion so that we can carry it through the day. Thank you very much.
Will a shareholder please move the motion? Now, when we come to comments, then if you want, but now let's go by the structure, please. Will a shareholder please move the motion?
I, Edmond Boy, moved for the motion. Thank you.
Thank you. Can a shareholder please second the motion?
It's Burnpon, a shareholder. I so second the motion.
Thank you. Now, are there any comments before the motion is put to the meeting for voting? So, gentlemen. Yeah.
Just a little thing. How many directors usually meet? That's all I want.
What is it?
How many directors usually meet?
Okay, Chair, with your permission. So, sir, all directors come to the main board meeting, and then we have committees of the board. That is meant only for committee members. So, as I did indicate earlier, if you go to page 73 of the annual report, you see the various committees there, and then there are various membership. Apart from, I think, the HR committee, each committee is made up of 4 members. The HR committee has 5. And so, for the full board, all the directors come to the meeting, except, of course, for things beyond anybody's control. And then the committee meetings are meant for committee members, which is 4 in number, apart from the HR committee that has 5 members. Thank you.
Let me also just add, distinguished shareholders, that the amount being sought does not mean that we would exhaust all the amount. It's just a budget we are asking for, so that we don't come back with excesses. We would do everything possible to stay within the budget. It is a budget that we think would work within. It's not that would exhaust everything. We just don't want to come back with excesses next year. I think it doesn't speak well of the fact that we come to you for a number and then we go back and we are exceeding on them. And like we said, as you run a business, it's quite dynamic and very fluid. There are times when you see certain opportunities that you just need to bring on board. And if they result in those excesses, it's difficult for us to come and explain to you as owners of the bank. So this is just for us to have a budget to operate within, so that we don't come back to you subsequently for excess ratifications. And just to indicate again that it is not that would exhaust all the amount you have given to us. Thank you very much.
Samuel Adiku. From the report, I can see that it's only one director who has shares in the company, 100 shares. Yes, if GCB is a very good and forward-looking company, the directors also have interest in it. And that is where, as you are doing wonderfully, as people are saying, you can also benefit and get more money from the shares, the dividend that you pay. It is not always coming to be always asking for more money when shareholders are not getting any better dividend. You see, and there is a saying that one who has no listing in a company or any shares is the most dangerous person, because he has no stake in the business.
Thank you very much, Professor Chairman. Following from what you have just spoken about, I would like to find out from the board, what does the constitution of the company says about shareholding of directors? My main question is about the director's remuneration. It consists of three things: the director's fees, sitting allowance, and director's expenses. Which is which? In the report, director's remuneration has been added to the other staff and management emolument. Going forward, I will require the board to state it separately, to state that figure separately. And under it, you would like to see the composition of sitting allowance, the lump sum, director's fees, and director's expenses. These three things make up director's remuneration. The overrun that took place, does it include director's expenses, or is only sitting allowance and director's fees? That's the first thing I would like to find out from the board. Thank you.
On breaking down the expenses is well noted. We'll take note of that and subsequently ensure that when we are presenting the report, we break them down. The excess that you ratified actually includes the expenses of the directors. It's not just the sitting allowance alone. Thank you.
Samson Ashon is the name once more. What we're looking at currently, shareholders are not too worried if we also continue to receive our dividends. Shareholders are worried because for some years now we haven't had it. That is why we are having this problem. But if you can assure us today, as I said earlier, next time we meet here, it should be 2 cities and not 1 city. We will encourage you to work hard. But in future, things like directors training and the rest, just like my colleague has said, Let us group them so that we know actually how much is being spent. This amount will be given out, but let us ensure that we do not do a lot of overruns within it, which will lead to the early exhaustion of that money, and then you come back to us again. I believe that a word to a wise is enough. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Chairman. I'm on my feet once more. I would like to thank the board for being very, very transparent. If you look at page 74, director's remuneration, they've gone ahead to state, and that is what I want to see. They've gone ahead to state amount a board member takes by way of fees and other things. If you read, you can get to know all the information there, that there has been a bit transparent. Now, in arriving at the 12 million, what informed the board and for how many years can this amount be exhausted finally? Thank you. Bear in mind, it is a budgeted figure. It is a budgeted figure. It cannot be consumed in just 1 year. Based upon this report, 4.5 has been spent for 2025. Now from 4.5, you are now hitting 12 million. So per your computations, how many years do you think this amount of 12 million can then be arrived at, for which you require additional review? Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Dazi. So I did indicate that it is not only for 2026. In my view, I haven't sought the chair's permission. This will, at the minimum, last till 2028, the strategy period that we have, at the minimum. Thank you.
There be no further comments. I declare voting open for shareholders to vote. We have 3 minutes to vote.
Casting your vote. We have provided 2 options to enable you partake in the voting exercise in real time. Option 1, voting via the online platform. Locate the vote box on the bottom of your broadcast screen and follow these steps. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Click Cast Your Vote. Once you have done this, you will see a list of resolutions to be voted for. Follow the voting process by clicking the plus sign. Then select your voting option. Option 2, voting via shortcode. *899 *3#. Dial *899 *3# on your phone. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Once you have done this, you can now select your vote option and send. Casting your vote. We have provided 2 options to enable you partake in the voting exercise in real time. Option 1, voting via the online platform. Locate the vote box on the bottom of your broadcast screen and follow these steps. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Click Cast Your Vote. Once you have done this, you will see a list of resolutions to be voted for. Follow the voting process by clicking the plus sign. then select your voting option. Option 2. Voting via short code. Star 899 star 3 hash. Dial star 899 star 3 hash on your phone. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Once you have done this, you can now select your vote option and send. Casting your vote. We have provided 2 options to enable you partake in the voting exercise in real time. Option 1. Voting via the online platform. Locate the vote box on the bottom of your broadcast screen and follow these steps. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Click Cast Your Vote. Once you have done this, you will see a list of resolutions to be voted for. Follow the voting process by clicking the plus sign. Then select your voting option. Option 2. Voting via short code. Star 899 star 3 hash. Dial star 899 star 3 hash on your phone. Enter.
Okay, so Mr. Chairman, the results are in. 294 shareholders voted for the increase in the remuneration of directors for the financial year 2026, and 55 voted against. Thank you.
I declare the motion carried. Thank you very much. What was the percentage? 61%. Resolution 5 to authorize directors to fix the remuneration of auditors. The next item on the agenda is to authorize the board to determine the remuneration of the auditors. Shareholders are by this resolution requested to authorize the board of directors of the bank to determine the remuneration of the external auditors for the financial year ending 31st December 2026. Will the shareholder please move the motion?
Hello. Yeah. Edmund Boy. Before even I move for the motion, I have seen a list of motions trying to increase remunerations and other things for the honorable directors or hardworking directors. But I have not seen whereby what we are going to do differently to make sure we're going to increase profitability. Because if we keep on doing the same thing, possibly we are going to achieve the same results. With this at the backside, I move for the motion. Thank you.
Second.
Yes, Chair, I second the motion. Thank you.
Are there any comments before the motion is put to the meeting for voting?
Samuel Adiku. When you look at auditors, remuneration. Move from 2 million to 3 million. Almost 50% increase. Audit is an assurance activity. And the best audit, a strategic approach that results in the most efficient audit. If audit fees are considered as an investment from shareholders, auditors will work harder and smarter to procure more assurance. I have to tell the auditors that independence is an attitude of the mind. It's not a matter of writing that we are independent of so and so. No. You must exercise your independence in the mind. Because of the gargantuan scandals that is happening involving auditors. So how can shareholders believe in what you tell us? Your report is an opinion, just like the profit is an opinion. It's not a statement of fact. Then you come and collect money and go for telling us something about your opinion. But the real thing is hidden.
I put the motion to the meeting for voting.
Casting your vote. We have provided two options to enable you partake in the voting exercise in real time. Option 1, voting via the online platform. Locate the vote box on the bottom of your broadcast screen and follow these steps. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Click Cast Your Vote. Once you have done this, you will see a list of resolutions to be voted for. Follow the voting process by clicking the plus sign. Then select your voting option. Option 2, voting via shortcode. *899 *3#. Dial *899 *3# on your phone. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Once you have done this, you can now select your vote option and send. Casting your vote. We have provided two options to enable you partake in the voting exercise in real time. Option 1, voting via the online platform. Locate the vote box on the bottom of your broadcast screen and follow these steps. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Click Cast Your Vote. Once you have done this, you will see a list of resolutions to be voted for. Follow the voting process by clicking the plus sign. Then select your voting option. Option 2, voting via shortcode. *899 *3#. Dial *899 *3# on your phone. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Once you have done this, you can now select your vote option and send. Casting your vote. We have provided two options to enable you partake in the voting exercise in real time. Option 1, voting via the online platform. Locate the vote box on the bottom of your broadcast screen and follow these steps. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Click Cast Your Vote. Once you have done this, you will see a list of resolutions to be voted for. Follow the voting process by clicking the plus sign. Then select your voting option. Option 2. Voting via shortcut.
Okay, so Mr. Chairman, 257 shareholders voted for the board to set the external auditor's PwC's audit fee for the year ending 31st December 2026, whilst 19 voted against. Thank you.
Thank you. The motion is carried. Payment of dividend for financial year 2025. Shareholders are aware that following the 31st AGM held last year, the bank was unable to honor the dividend payment of 1 cedi per share following Bank of Ghana's refusal to approve the dividend payment despite several engagements. This development was duly communicated to shareholders in a press statement. We are, however, happy to announce that the Bank of Ghana has approved the board's recommendation for a final dividend payment of 1 cedi per share for the financial year 2025 following the bank's sterling performance. Section 51 of the bank's constitution and Section 76(1) of the Companies Act 2019, Act 992, provides that a company may declare dividend in any year, but no dividend shall exceed the amount recommended by the directors. Shareholders are requested by this resolution to approve the final dividend payment of 1 cedi per share for the financial year 2025 as recommended by the directors and approved by the Bank of Ghana. To be able to table the above resolution, we require shareholders to waive their 21-day notice requirements since the above resolution was not part of the AGM notice earlier issued. So we come to Resolution 6, waiver of requisite notice period in respect of dividend declaration. Will a shareholder please move the motion on waiver? Nobody's moving. Go to where I am.
My name is Richard Kofi Bosoka.
Yes.
I move for the waiver.
Because you all need the money.
He moved there.
Or you don't need it.
Richard Kofi Bosoka, a shareholder.
And then
Seconded.
Thank you very much.
But they didn't clap for me. Because we need the money.
I declare voting open for shareholders to vote. We have 3 minutes to vote.
Casting your vote. We have provided 2 options to enable you partake in the voting exercise in real time. Option 1. Voting via the online platform. Locate the vote box on the bottom of your broadcast screen and follow these steps. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Click Cast Your Vote. Once you have done this, you will see a list of resolutions to be voted for. Follow the voting process by clicking the plus sign. Then select your voting option. Option 2. Voting via shortcode. Star 899 star 3 hash. Dial star 899 star 3 hash on your phone. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Once you have done this, you can now select your vote option and send. Casting your vote. We have provided 2 options to enable you partake in the voting exercise in real time. Option 1. Voting via the online platform. Locate the vote box on the bottom of your broadcast screen and follow these steps. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Click Cast Your Vote. Once you have done this, you will see a list of resolutions to be voted for. Follow the voting process by clicking the plus sign. Then select your voting option. Option 2. Voting via shortcode. Star 899 star 3 hash. Dial star 899 star 3 hash on your phone. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Once you have done this, you can now select your vote option and send. Casting your vote. We have provided 2 options to enable you partake in the voting exercise in real time. Option 1. Voting via the online platform. Locate the vote box on the bottom of your broadcast screen and follow these steps. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Click Cast Your Vote. Once you have done this, you will see a list of resolutions to be voted for. Follow the voting process by clicking the plus sign. Then select your voting option. Option 2. Voting via shortcode. Star 899.
All right. So, Mr. Chairman, I now declare the results for the waiver of the requisite 21-day notice period for declaration of the 2025 dividend. 296 voted for, while 7 voted against. Thank you.
Thank you very much. 7 against. The motion is carried. Resolution 7. Dividend declaration. Will a shareholder please move the motion to approve the final dividend payment of 1 cedi per share for the financial year 2025 as recommended by the directors and approved by the Bank of Ghana?
I move for the motion, and also would like to add on that as we have given you an increment in your remuneration, at least use parts to compensate us for the years that you have not given us dividend. On this note, I have moved. Thank you.
Who seconds the motion?
Yeah, my name is Kwame Gabriel Atokwe. Before I second the motion, I want to find out whether what Lawyer Kpebu has been talking on TV several times, hitting at the transfer of about 52 million cedis from our account to an unknown account. Have you found out, or have you asked him to give you details of that? That's number one. Number two, there's a proverb which says that when it's good for the mouth, before it trickles into the beard. You have corporate and social amenities that you've provided for the year. I don't know whether it was budgeted for previously before it is used this year, or next year's will be budgeted from this year's profits. So I'm wondering how you could do those things without looking at the owners of the bank, that's the shareholders, before doing those social amenities. On that note, if my answers are satisfactory, I second the motion.
Hello? He said his secondment is subject to satisfactory answer. So if he is not satisfied, he has not seconded. And for that matter, we may ask someone else to second the motion. So I'll call on the CFO if you have anything to say on what he said.
Thank you, Chair. The simple answer to Lawyer Kwegbu's concern is it's not true. There's no factual basis for that. That is the simplest answer. In terms of what we do for corporate social responsibility, yes, we take account of the prior year's budget, but we are guided by what is happening in the ensuing year before we spend. And so that is the response. Thank you.
Seconded. You I don't second, we'll beat you. Any other comment before the motion is put to vote? I will go straight. Yeah. The guy who's subject to this thing. A comment? No. It's seconded. It's seconded.
Okay, comment. Comment on the dividend. I want to remind the board that the legal position is that profits are the property of shareholders. There is a theory, the bird in the hand theory, which says that a company's value will be maximized by high dividend payout ratio. Socrates, you are there. Am I right? Because investors regard cash dividend as being less risky than potential capital gain. And a company should pay dividend when it has the legal capacity to pay. I want to sound a word of caution. You should beware of regulatory capture by the regulator. I'm talking about Bank of Ghana. You should beware about that. Fight for the rights of shareholders.
Thank you very much.
Technical, can you help us? We can't hear.
Was it approved by the Bank of Ghana? Or do you promised? So we were even expecting, because of what you said when you were making this thing, that we should expect something better in 2025. Unfortunately, the dividend itself was not approved. Now, the 2025 one, there was an earlier notice which didn't include or didn't mention anything about dividend. Now, that gave birth to what we just approved. I'm suggesting, if it's feasible, that before you make a publication, you seek the approval of the Bank of Ghana before you go in and say, we are offering this amount of dividend to shareholders. Thank you.
Well noted. Thank you. There be no further comments. I declare voting open for shareholders to vote. As usual, we have 3 minutes to vote. Or this one, do you want 2 minutes? Okay, 3 minutes to vote.
Casting your vote. We have provided 2 options to enable you partake in the voting exercise in real time. Option 1, voting via the online platform. Locate the vote box on the bottom of your broadcast screen and follow these steps. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Click Cast Your Vote. Once you have done this, you will see a list of resolutions to be voted for. Follow the voting process by clicking the plus sign. Then select your voting option. Option 2. Voting via shortcode. *899 *3#. Dial *899 *3# on your phone. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Once you have done this, you can now select your vote option and send. Casting your vote. We have provided 2 options to enable you partake in the voting exercise in real time. Option 1, voting via the online platform. Locate the vote box on the bottom of your broadcast screen and follow these steps. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Click Cast Your Vote. Once you have done this, you will see a list of resolutions to be voted for. Follow the voting process by clicking the plus sign. Then select your voting option. Option 2, voting via shortcode. *899 *3#. Dial *899 *3# on your phone. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Once you have done this, you can now select your vote option and send. Casting your vote. We have provided 2 options to enable you partake in the voting exercise in real time. Option 1, voting via the online platform. Locate the vote box on the bottom of your broadcast screen and follow these steps. Enter the unique token number used to join the meeting. Click Cast Your Vote. Once you have done this, you will see a list of resolutions to be voted for. Follow the voting process by clicking the plus sign. Then select your voting option. Option 2, voting via shortcode. *899 *3#. Dial *889.
Right, so Mr. Chairman, 300 shareholders voted for the final dividend payment of 1 CD per share for 2025 as recommended by the Board of GCB and approved by BOG, and surprisingly 10 voted against. Thank you.
Onupani you organ mini tell me so much. Na pa why against this one be pressure. I declare the motion carried. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of another successful AGM proceedings. And I would like to thank you on behalf of the Board of Directors for attending this meeting and for showing so much interest in the affairs of your bank. The entire board would also like to express its appreciation to shareholders and assure you of our continuous commitment to growing this bank from strength to strength. I hereby declare the meeting formally closed. Can we have a shareholder with the Holy Spirit to pray for us?
And all shareholders. But before then, there is an oversight which I would like to draw your attention. The oversight is our meetings is in a hybrid form. We have some who are not present here. They join the meeting wherever they find themselves. I also sometimes do that whenever I'm out of jurisdiction. However, no provision is made for us. So please consider that and find a way to reach out to them, those who join online. You have a way to track them down and at least compensate them a bit. Thank you. Shall we pray? Heavenly Father, we thank you for this success meeting. It is successful. Members were sitting on tenterhook, but calm them, touch their spirits, and urge them on. Let them not entertain any fear at all, but let them take whatever happened here today as a challenge to move them on to greater heights, so that at the end, come by your grace next year, we'll hear more better, glamorous, and perfect news from them. We thank you for the grace, and we also ask for traveling mercies. Those of us traveling from wherever we come from, lead us safely, and in the end, we give you glory. We thank you, we honor you, we glorify your name. Through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
And with that prayer, we mark the very end of the 32nd AGM of GCB Bank PLC after some 3 hours and 25 minutes. Thank you so much, dear shareholders, for your time, your patience, and supporting management and board to carry running the affairs of the institution. I will entreat you to please sit down. I do acknowledge most of you have your food packs already. Those of you who haven't yet taken your food, in this lane right here by my right-hand side, you can exit through this door and you will be served through this door. And please, there is enough for everyone. We provided for everyone, so there's no need to rush to cause any stampede. Those of us in this lane, please go through the door straight behind and you'll be appropriately served. Those of us in this lane, please go through this door at the extreme end here and you'll be served accordingly. And the last wing, kindly exit through this door and you'll be served. Thank you so much once again, and we wish you all safe journey back to your various houses. Still, we call again next year or on an emergency AGM if need be. God be with you and safe journey.
Across our markets and communities, dreams are being built every day with hard work and determination. In every corner of our market, resilience lives here. Join us. Let's see how GCB Bank's support is expanding businesses, increasing their profits, and shaping stronger futures. Today we are at Makola to speak to Madam Wilhelmina Amuno.
Your friend Wilhelmina Amuno. My business name is Onyamiye Abacha 1. Abacha 1 ba kope. Mokola ha. Ope din Abacha. Menkwa mene Abacha. Mishia GCB. Ewo bra market here me gina mu ne shop here me gina mu. Chese en so hwe bi beto